Greetings comrades, my name is Gigantals, and in today's video I'm going to be explaining to you why my speech, especially in some of the older videos on my channel, is a bit strange. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because it needs to be done. Several times in the comments of my earlier videos, there are people who are saying something like, we're not English, but we're not British, we're trying to understand English, but we're having a bit of a problem trying to understand you, so maybe slow down a little bit. And then on Facebook, there's people, when my friends have told me that when they try to share my posts, sometimes the posts are turned down because it's hard to hear what I'm saying. And I understand that, I agree. So the reason why my speech seems to get very blurred and quite fast when I make content on YouTube, especially with my earlier videos, it revolves around a couple of reasons. The first one is actually because I really like making these videos. I do. I really do like explaining the faith and the things I found out about it and trying to explain it to everyone. I really like doing that. I really do. The problem is that when I get into something I really like to talk about, I accidentally talk quite fast, and it ends up blurring some of the spaces between the words I say to the point that it sounds like a single massive word I'm saying in a sentence. I'm trying to slow down what I'm saying. I am trying. It sometimes requires almost physical effort to slow down what I'm saying, but combining me trying to explain all the new things I found to you all, combined with me constantly looking at the timer on my phone saying how long I've been recording for, I'm wondering, okay, this video is definitely becoming too long. Maybe I should start speeding up so that everything fits within it. Maybe a 20-minute video. Although that then leads to the whole talking too fast and not pronouncing my words properly. The second reason revolves around my prayer life, which sounds a bit strange, but it is important. You see, I don't think I've gone into detail about it yet on my channel, but I spend a lot of time praying every day. There are prayers that I say daily, prayers I say weekly, prayers I say monthly or so. And so overall I spend maybe 2 hours a day praying. There's a lot there, and I like to do work sometimes in the background of my praying so that I just like the idea of praying whilst you do something, okay? Whether you're cooking or ironing your clothes or doing work, maybe, you're just praying in the background. And the problem is that, especially when the season for my examinations came up, I found that I was having less time to pray, which makes sense because you need to focus more time on your examinations, making sure you get everything done in time. So this led to me in my prayer life unconsciously accelerating myself. So I would shorten my 2 hours of prayer a day to 1.5 hours. This resulted in me saying prayers like the Our Father and Hail Mary in a matter of seconds instead of slowly and legibly. The problem is, with this accelerated speech of mine during prayer, this also started to move into the rest of my prayer, into the rest of my time speaking. So when I started recording videos, I would start talking faster. When I start rehearsing arguments I'm saying to people on Facebook, I would start speaking much faster. And whilst I could understand myself what I was saying, the problem was that I ended up saying things way too quickly. And that meant that it became a lot harder to talk to people in person because I was speaking so quickly. It also didn't help that, especially when I'm at home, when I'm here in my accommodation, I pray out loud. I have no reason to not talk loudly when I'm praying. When at home though, we're back in my actual home, not my accommodation, I usually talk much quieter. So it sounds like I'm mumbling very quickly under my breath. And this is so I don't sound strange to people outside of my room. I don't annoy people outside of my room when I sit there praying for 2 hours or 1.5 hours. So it sounds like I'm mumbling quietly, very quickly. And the problem is that when it comes to normal conversation, it's affected me slightly with that. Sometimes when I'm talking to my friends or when I'm talking to my lecturers, I need to repeat myself much slower and much louder. Although to be fair, I've always been a quiet person, so me talking quietly, it's not just me trying not to be heard outside of my room. So I do apologize in all my earlier content in which you hear me talking either quietly or really fast and to the point that you can't hear the distinction between the words that I'm saying. I have got a microphone which you can see up there on the middle shelf, which I have right in front of my mouth when I try and record a video. And I do that so you guys can hear me loudly enough. And it has worked, but now I just need to focus on slowing myself down. For instance, in the process of making this video, I am physically having to slow myself down when I talk. And I am working on slowing down my prayer life too. I just need to manage my time better. But I do hope that this period of time in which I'm simply talking and making videos, which I mutter really, really quickly, I am working on putting that to an end. And also, just in general conversation, I'm working on slowing myself down and speaking up. So I apologize for my sometimes unintelligible videos in which you can't really hear what I'm saying. I am working on that, and hopefully over the next couple of months I won't need to try so hard to slow myself down when I talk, because of the training I'm trying to put myself through to slow down my words. But like I said, I really do like making videos, and so I get carried away when I talk about them. That's why sometimes when I make a video, you know when they say that your brain moves if it functions like twice as fast as your mouth? And so that gives you an opportunity to reflect on what you're saying before you speak it. Well, the problem with that is if I have a train of thought of in a video I'm trying to make, my mouth tries to match the speed at which I'm thinking, which ends up to it almost derailing, and so I have to backtrack with what I'm saying, and I end up saying words such as like or basically or something like that. You know, filler words, trying to connect various sentences from my derailed train of thought to what I'm trying to say now. And it's all about me enjoying myself so much when making videos that I'm simply talking too fast. So I will work on that, and hopefully in future videos you will hear me clearly, and I won't have to try and slow myself down anymore. The point about this video is I'm working on slowing myself down and making myself more intelligible. Is that the right word? I'll better pronounce my words, I'll slow down my speech, and I'll speak louder. So I apologize guys for making my earlier videos a bit harder to understand and follow along, especially if English isn't your first language. But from this point on, I'm going to be putting in more effort, and if I forget, please do let me know so I can correct myself. So hopefully you guys have a good week. Hopefully my content will be more understandable in future. God bless you all. See you in the next video, comrades. Until then.